Hey, yo, what it do? It's me, it's your boy, it's me. Alright, so what's up? I forgot who it was. DMG. He's the writing guy for the This Week at Bungie. He did a thing today, because today's Thursday. I forget. The days go by so quickly. And in that TWAB, he basically went over certain things I am kind of excited for. We'll read all about it here. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this because there's a lot and I mean, you know, if you watch this channel, you know I don't have anything said. Like, what am I, consistent? Yeah, so we're gonna read it from the top. This week at Bungie, we introduce seasonal challenges. Already gets me in a good mood. Welcome to the second to last TWAB of Season of the Hunt. Many of you have been navigating the secrets of the Harbinger mission, uncovering randomly rolled hawk moons and earning radiant accipiter? Is that what is that? I don't know. Well, Google Translate, enhanced.
Accipiter.
Exotic ship. Content-wise, we're coming to a close for the season, and we're incredibly excited for what's to come in just a few short weeks. Oh boy, I can't wait. We've been covering some upcoming quality of life changes in Destiny 2, like the return of the Umbral engrams, yay, because that was fun. I mean, it was. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. Okay, I'm just gonna go over it now so I don't leave it for later. I had fun with the Umbral engrams, but it kind of got to a point where I was just like, okay, cool. I just keep getting rolls. It's basically less of a grind to get Umbral engrams because they just drop from literally everywhere. Than the current, which is the Wrathborn hunts. It's basically that, but it's easier to get Umbral engrams, but we'll see what happens this season. But it's almost time to take a peek at the fresh content. I hope so, Bungie. I hope so. Season of the Redacted trailer goes live on February 2nd. Cool. Before we get there, we have a new feature to cover. Seasonal challenges and a round of weapon-focused sandbox changes to walk through. Boy, it's gonna get good. As a warning, this is a pretty large amount of information in a small space. We've joked about meaty TWABs before. Is that how you spell it? But this one may feel a bit overwhelming if you rush through it. Let's take it slow, step by step, and get through it together in one piece. Cool, let's do that. I'm down for that. All right. Introducing seasonal challenges. Over the last year, we've been looking at ways in which we can reduce the amount of FOMO in Destiny 2. Sure, we'll go with that. We've recently made some changes to the season and how seasonal content is available through a given year of Destiny 2. This week, we're looking into bounties. It didn't say into. What the fuck am I doing? This week, we're looking into bounties. Bro, what the fuck? This week, we're looking to bounties and bright dust. Thank you. Introducing a new system not only to remove FOMO, but give fresh ways to earn XP and alternate reward. Walk us through the ins and outs of season challenges, with pass the mic to the development team. During production of Beyond Light, we've started looking at the problems of bounty fatigue and FOMO, i.e. the things that I complained about literally like every season before this one, as well as seasonal legibility. As well as seasonal legibility. There we go. I'm pretty sure I nailed that. What is in a season and how I get to engage when I log in? These are questions that I don't answer myself most of the time. We created a few goals which we believe will improve the experience. Surprise me. Guide the player through seasonal content week over week. Reduce the penalties on XP and bright dust for missing a given week, which is great because I don't play Destiny consistently now because it's just so fucking boring. But yeah, here it shows weeks. These are yeah, I think Call of Duty did a similar thing with their XPs and stuff like that, where they give you like seasonal challenges. So every week you're gonna get one, and after that week the second one's gonna start. It's gonna be locked obviously because you have to wait until the week comes in, but every time it gets unlocked you can still do the previous weeks to gain XP and in this case bright dust. As you can see in the picture, there's a little bright dust and a little season emblem, I think, like a little season flag. But anyway, yeah, it shows all you really need to do. Complete weekly playlists on Europa, stuff like that. These are things I already did in Destiny in terms of me doing it without having this, because I always just went around just doing extra things that I really shouldn't have done because they didn't give me anything for it. But I'm glad they're adding it. Like, this is good. This is a good fucking step, because this really shows that, hey, I'm the guy who's grinding this fucking game for hours and hours on end. I kind of want to be rewarded for at least something, not just, you know, doing weekly ritual events for every vendor, which is a problem still. But this is good. Every week for the first 10 weeks of a season, between 3 and 10 new challenges appear automatically for players. Some of the challenges deal with seasonal content, others push players to complete Strikes, Gambit, and Crucible, or to focus on non-activity focused Destiny rituals like gaining power, unlocking seasonal artifact, but artifacts are still a thing, or improving guns and armor. Again, these are all good things because that just gives me more, bang for my buck, or this time bang for my time. These challenges can only be completed once per account, but once they become available, these challenges can be completed at any time before the season ends and do not need to be started or picked up from a vendor. This is great. I don't want to pick anything up. I don't care if it's just once per account. That is fine. My problem with Destiny as of late is just me trying to go like not fear of missing out, but fear of not doing everything in in a set amount of time. Well, it kind of is technically fear of missing out, but it's more of a term of like I kind of wish everything was done in one character. I don't want to keep playing as my Titan, my Warlock. I like being a hunter, but I like all three of them. I'm just the type of person that would want to stick with one for like a season, let's just say, and then next season I change characters and then I go into that one. So this right here is already making my play sessions more enjoyable. I'm the type of person who doesn't want to keep changing characters to do I need to get Bright Dust from another character, and I need to keep doing it over and over again, and activities get kind of boring after a while. Having it all in one account, once per account, not once per character, is amazing. I love that. Like, this is good. I'm surprised this wasn't a thing before. Like, now that I think about it, so cancer where you have to do it now. Current, you have to do all three characters to get their Bright Dust, and that sucks. Like, it's not a good system. So this is good. As an example, they put if a player doesn't play for weeks 2 to 4, they can return on week 5 and have all those challenges waiting for them. So you get to do all the stuff you didn't do in the week. Yeah, it's a lot of time which you have to spend, but again, that's kind of your fault for not coming to the game. I come to the game every once in a while. I don't go into the game every day now, but it's a good, like, every week at least once. I like to return, hey, I'm gonna do these, spend an hour or two per week, and that's it. So this is good. It might keep me playing more Destiny, because honestly right now I do not want to play Destiny as much because it's just so little to do. So this is good. Completing each challenge awards XP, contributing to your season pass rank, which is again great, especially for me because I already have the deluxe edition and kind of want to do that. Other rewards would be Bright Dust, seasonal currency, and other interesting items. As you can see here, there's Bright Dust, and what is this? I don't know what that in the picture is, the purple thing, but I'm guessing that's seasonal currency. I don't know, but that's cool. Like, the whole system, very nice. In moving away from weekly bounties, which were restricted to broad objectives tied to ritual activities, we have taken more leeway with creating some interesting or more difficult challenges. These may be things like you're already doing or things that test your abilities. Some examples include defeat primeval envoys in Gambit. Perfect. That makes me play more Gambit. God knows I don't want to play Gambit. Defeating enemies in Nightfall. The ordeal with seasonal weapons. Again, challenges. Why is this here? Gaining infamy or valor ranks, giving me more to strive for in multiplayer playlists and co-op. Winning rounds in trials. I feel very indifferent about trials because of the cheating, but sure, whatever. Completing a Grandmaster Nightfall. Boy, I haven't done one of these at all, so I kind of, this is good. Not all challenges will require that level of accomplishment, but the harder or longer the challenge is, the more experience it rewards. Challenges that focus on seasonal activity and ritual mostly need the season pass to complete, but most of the ritual focused challenges can be completed without the season pass. So ritual focused challenges, that means then it's like Crucible and co-ops maybe? Well, yeah, seasonal activity, mostly do need season pass, obviously, but guessing for ritual focused challenges, that means it's mostly online stuff, story, obviously, if you have the expansion, and yeah, Gambit. Overall, 60% of the seasonal challenges do not require the season pass. I don't know, 60% is over 50, so anything over 50 when it comes to not really paying for content, it's pretty good, I guess. I don't have the season pass, so I can't really complain about that, or I can't give you my input on something that I don't have. I guess. I don't know, dude. With the changes above, we're removing weekly bounties from 3 ritual vendors: Avala, Shax, and Drifter. Yes. Banshee 44 and the seasonal vendor. Again, perfect. These vendors will still have daily bounties which reward XP, and 3 ritual vendors which will still have repeatable bounties for those who want to pursue additional XP and Bright Dust. Again, that's cool. But the Bright Dust, I don't know very well, because if seasonal challenges already give you Bright Dust, like a lot of Bright Dust, I don't know how many they're gonna. I'm guessing it's gonna be 5 or 10. Or 10 like usual. I mean, 10 is better than not. Lastly, most of the challenges disappear after season they were introduced, and anything that isn't claimed will be lost. We don't add new challenges after week 10, which should give everyone a few weeks to clean up any challenges they didn't miss. Any challenge that rewards unique or seasonal items, currency, lore books, seasonal weapons, and etc. can be completed as long as the seasonal activity is in the game, but XP awarded for completing the challenge will only be available during the season it was introduced. Okay, so the seasonal activity, for example, if it's actually kind of weird. So if like the next seasonal activity is still on season, next season is going to be season 13. So that means that if in season 14, the seasonal activity is still there from the one that's coming up, that means that you can still get the currencies, the lore books, and the seasonal weapons. I'm assuming that's what they mean. They're keeping this season's seasonal activity for next season, so I don't know how it's going to work. A lot of stuff that we'll just have to wait and see, but this is pretty weird. If it works, we'll see what happens when it comes out, honestly, because this is one of those things where I'm just gonna leave it up to, this is one of those things that I'm gonna see where it goes. If it works, you'll see a lot of people complaining about it, including me. Back before Beyond Light launched, we discussed some of the goals around the changes to Bright Dust. As a refresher, we wanted to change the way you earn Bright Dust and move more towards account-specific paths to give players with only one character significantly more Bright Dust than they've been earning over the last year, i.e. what I want to do. In Season 13, we'll be continuing to move towards these goals by adding Bright Dust onto seasonal challenges, as I already stated. Since you no longer have to purchase weekly ritual bounties, each strike, crucible, and gambit seasonal challenges will award between 75 and 300 Bright Dust. Interesting. So I'm guessing that if you win, you will get awarded. I don't know if this is gonna be a chance to get 300, but I'm guessing if you win a crucible or a gambit match, you get 300. If you lose, you get 75, 100, depending on how you did in the game, maybe. Who knows? That's actually a good question to ask them. So we'll see. We are also introducing an end of season Bright Dust bonus. If you complete nearly all of the seasonal challenges, we are awarding a single 4,000 Bright Dust spot. So this is cool for me because I'm excited for the challenges, but I'm not gonna specifically do all of them. Like if there's some hard shit in there, like fuck that, I'm not doing that. I don't have a lot of people who play Destiny either way, so if it's like raid related stuff and the other stuff, like I'm gonna kind of steer away from it because I don't really do raids that much, if at all. I would have to get a lot of people together, and that's just too much for me personally. So if it comes to that, I'm probably going to leave those aside. So this already incentivizes me to do almost all of them. I mean, I'm gonna try to do all of them, but realistically I don't think I'm going to do all of them, so this is cool. If it's nearly all of, like, I want to know what nearly means to them. Is it like 8 out of the 10 weeks? Is it 9 out of the 10 weeks? Because I'll totally be down for that. So season challenge Bright Dust, this is where the whole explanation comes in for how it's going to work. So for all players, the seasonal challenges, you get, for the free seasonal activities, you get 6,000 seasonal extra. So that means you get, this is for all the players, so I guess this would be on top of the season pass, maybe. I don't know, but either way, free seasonal activities is 6,000, and the seasonal extra will be 4,000 on top of that. For the season pass Bright Dust is going to be this plus maybe this, because I'm confused what they mean by free seasonal activities. Like, would that be added to the free path of the season pass and then the seasonal extra as well? Yeah, this is odd. I don't know how this works, but either way, if you don't have the season pass, I'm assuming the free seasonal activity is gonna give you 6K plus an extra 4K if you do all the challenges. You'll get 10K already off the bat. For the season pass owners, I guess doing the free seasonal activities will give you 7,500, and then the paid path for those people that own the season pass, so it would be 10K and a half, but would that seasonal extra be added to this thing? Because it would be 14,000. I mean, you still get more, even if this is the right amount. You still get more with the season pass, so it is what it is. But I'm a little confused when it comes to this, so we'll have to wait and see. Every season, we have a collection of changes to the Destiny 2 sandbox to spice things up a bit. We're making some targeted changes to weapon archetypes that need some love, as well as getting some preparations for crossplay. Oh yeah, shit, I forgot they were gonna do crossplay. I don't know if it's gonna be this season. It's probably gonna be season 14. Dev team in preparation for crossplay coming later this year. We're making some changes to recoil stats. Currently, several weapon archetypes have their recoil reduced to by around 40% depending on archetype when using keyboard and mouse. This results in an issue where players on mouse and keyboard are able to largely ignore the stability weapon stat, creating unintended discrepancies in weapon performance between controllers and mouse and keyboard. The following weapon archetypes will have their mouse and keyboard recoil readjusted closer to the controller, reduced difference from around 40% to around 20%. In case of pulse rifles, submachine guns, and machine guns, we will also be introducing some buffs. In some case, these weapons will have less recoil across both controller and mouse and keyboard input methods compared to what's on the game today. Good, because submachine guns are fucking hard as shit to aim with and like actually control its recoil. Recoils are stupid. Like, I hate recoils in submachine guns. Submachine guns are largely outclassed by auto rifles at medium range and by sidearms at short range. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people just use sidearms instead of submachine guns. They'll wreck me all the time. With player feedback often mentioning how hard they are to control, to address this feedback, we're introducing following changes. Reduce camera movement from firing a submachine gun by 24%. I guess that's fair because they are racing the recoil. Pulse rifles with mouse and keyboard changes. We're kicking a little too much. Reduce camera movement from firing a pulse rifle by 7%. Okay. 9.5% for the machine guns. Not really much to say here. We'll see what happens as well, because these are things that are probably going to change. Buffs. This is cool. Rocket launchers have fallen behind on other heavy weapons in most measure of effectiveness. We're pushing them more into a burst damage role. Increase rocket launcher damage by 30%. Dude, I mean, that's a lot for me, because like I have not seen a lot of rocket launchers be good. But damn, that's gonna be tough. Exotic rocket launchers have been adjusted individually and are affected by this change to different degrees. So I guess different exotics will have different effects. To the 30%, it might be lower, it might be 30. Yeah, it's fine. Compared to what we have now, like, seems pretty fair. We're gonna have to wait and see on that one as well. Paired with the buffs to reserve from last season, we're hoping you'll explode many more things in season 13. I mean, I probably will. I'll probably use that one secret exotic rocket launcher that I got last season. Fusion rifle usage is very low. Yes, it is. And they feel like an unreliable choice in Crucible compared to shotguns. It is very true. Shotguns are extremely OP. Breach grenade launcher usage is very low outside of Mountaintop. Yes, it is, because Mountaintop was the only choice. We believe part of the reason is at the top the loop of hold the trigger to arm, then release to detonate, challenging to execute, particularly since projectiles can bounce off players and if the trigger is held. Oh, I get it. Yeah, because some projectiles, like, they just shoot, and if you hold the button when they get there and you let go of the shoot of the whatever you're using, I guess left click or left trigger or right trigger, it makes him explode. Breach grenade launchers projectiles will now detonate on impact with a target even if holding the trigger. Yikes. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens with breach grenades. Nerfs. While sniper rifle usage has dropped in Crucible, we've observed that it's hard to challenge someone with a sniper rifle even if they get shot. Even if you shot... the fuck? Even if you get the first shot on an enemy, they can often respond and win the fight. Increase ADS flinch to snipers when taking damage from other players. Swords are extremely dominant in PvE. This time 65%. 65% of players are using swords for the majority of gameplay encounters. Dude, that is insane. Not like, no wonder they adjusted rocket launchers to be more effective. Holy shit. Well, we are introducing a buff to rocket launchers to make them a bit more enticing. We feel that swords do too much damage compared to other options. Reduce sword damage by 15%. Hey, look, man, if it makes me use the rocket launchers a bit more, I love rocket launchers. I love swords, but swords in this game are kind of, I don't know, they're not my top priority. Honestly, they're just there because they do a lot of damage, and I obviously have to use them because I need to do a lot of damage in most things. But honestly, I don't feel like swords are as big as they should be. They've been on top for way too long. So this is great for me, at least. Exotic changes and bug fixes. Some exotic weapons lose their buffs when you switch weapons, which is intended. They also lose their buffs when pulling out your ghost shells, which is not intended. Fix that issue with some weapons. I did not know Ace of Spades had that problem, so I've been probably just shooting and thinking, where the hell did Memento Mori went? So that's great that they fixed it, even though I didn't know about it. Hawk Moon either, like I've used Hawk Moon a lot now, and I did not know where did it go. Did my Paracolza went. Borealis and Hard Light now have a custom quite short animation for switching damage types. That's cool. I love Borealis. Borealis is my favorite sniper rifle in the game. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I like it. Sturm will once again reload any equipped special slot weapon on kill, provided the special weapons clip is in full already and there is available reserve ammo. I did not know Sturm did that. I thought it was just reloading the other weapon. What was it called again? The other weapon that's from Sturm. I forgot there's two of them. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool that it reloads any equipped special slot weapon, not just one weapon. Probably gonna use Sturm a little bit more now. Fix an issue that was preventing Merciless from increasing its charge rate on non-lethal hits. Cool. And all right, so if you fast forward, they mentioned something about Crimson Days. To make matters short, Crimson Days is not coming back this year. From what it says here, mostly it's because of they're putting it in the Destiny content vault and because it's not something they want to have moving forward. I would rather them not put it if they don't have anything new to put. If they didn't have any content with it, then honestly, I'd rather just them not do any of that. So this is cool because they now can focus on the actual season. So like I am all in favor for Crimson Days not being in the game. It sucks because there is obviously that's content, but I'd rather have fun content than have content that's just like a recycled garbage every fucking year. Okay, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's only 2 more weeks. That was a lot of information, but it wasn't as much as I would have thought. But that's pretty much it. If whatever they're saying is true, there's gonna be a lot of things this next season. If they can make it fun, better for me. If they can improve the game in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Write it down in the comments if you think these are good changes to the game, if you think that these are unfair, if you think that the sniper rifle needs to be buffed tenfold. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Like I said, comment, leave a like, all that stuff. I already said that. I don't know why I'm repeating myself. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Bye.